Good evening. The subject I'm going to talk about this evening is a statement that I'm sure most of you have made or have heard made. It is the statement, I don't have time. The fact of the matter is, nothing can be further from the truth. We've all been given an ample amount of time. 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 52 weeks a year, for as long as we live. So the statement, I don't have time, well, it can only be made once in your life, and we will go into that later. However, one of the reasons that we say we don't have time is that either we want to be polite, or we don't want to be have people mad at us. For instance, somebody calls you on the phone and wants to talk to you, and you're watching the game. And you say, I can't talk right now, I don't have time. And to be transparent, what you really mean to say is, I have the time, however, I'd rather spend it watching this game than talking to you. Guy calls up his girlfriend. Why don't you get ready? I'll take you out for a drink. Just so happens, another friend of his girlfriend's is at her house at the time. Let's say his name is Joe. And she says, well, I'd like to go, honey, but I don't have time. Which is disingenuous when she could have said, I'm sorry, dear, but Joe is here, and I'd rather spend time with him than having a cocktail with you. I realize that people don't say that because, one, they think it might be cruel. But another reason they don't say it is because they don't want people mad at them. Well, think about this for a moment. There should be a good way to tell people that you'd rather do something else. It doesn't really hurt their feelings. But saying I don't have time is definitely disingenuous, as you have quite a bit of time, as mentioned before. Now, what we do with our time, I think it is very important, because what we do with our time while we're on this earth can have an everlasting bearing on our existence, our total existence. It says in Isaiah 55:6, find the Lord and come to the Lord while he can be found. Because there will be a time when you might want to come to the Lord and he cannot be found. Consequently, it is rather important that we pay heed to what we do with our time. Jesus said, put up your treasures in heaven, where moths can't eat and thieves can't steal. Or you can spend your time putting up treasures on earth, which you can't take with you, and which can be stolen from you before you even have a chance to take it with you. Now let's talk about the time that you can legitimately say, I don't have time. I would say that it's about 2 seconds before the last breath you ever take. You can say, I don't have time, and you're dead. You would have been accurate at that time. But that's the only time. Because the rest of your life, you have plenty of time. You have to decide what is best for you to do with that time you've been given. Think about it, mull it over, and realize that you only have one chance, only one, not two, not three, to spend your time in such a way on this planet to provide yourself with eternal life after you leave this planet. I, for one, am deciding to use my time in such a way that it pleases God, so that He will invite me into His rest. It's up to you what you do with your time. But if I were you, I'd give a whole lot of thought and stop saying, I don't have time. Love you all. Good night.